loved ones who disappeared. One searches for a mother and a father, the other for a husband. Their loved ones took off in airplanes and landed in the Unsolved Mysteries file. 9 and 10's Doug Petcash tells us their stories.
I would like to be able to bring my husband home and bury him.
Pat Deloney.
I worry about things like did they live for a while and did they suffer?
And John Block have never met, but they share the same pain. The pain of loss and the pain of not knowing what happened.
Well, they got to be somewhere. We know where they left from and where they were supposed to go, and it's all over landmass.
I mean, here there's 2 men, there's a plane that's over 10,000 pounds, that's full of fuel. Where did it go?
Lake Michigan can be warm and inviting. It can also be cold and foreboding, jealously guarding its secrets. Like, where is Don Rodriguez?
He was very romantic. I say when we got married, he presented me with a book of poems that he had written to me.
Pat keeps her husband's writings in a red binder. About life, Don wrote, "It is both exciting and scary because of the adventure it promises and because I don't know when or how or where it will end." Search crews believe Don's life ended in the waters of Lake Michigan. On the hazy evening of July 3rd, 1998, Don got to take a ride in this Czechoslovakian-made L-39 Albatross. The jet was in Traverse City to fly in the National Cherry Festival Air Show.
There was nothing I could say that would dissuade him from doing it. It was something he'd always wanted to do. But I just had an uneasy feeling about it.
This picture was taken just before Don, a flight instructor at Northwestern Michigan College, and his pilot, Don Schaller of Quincy, Illinois, took off from Cherry Capital Airport at 6:30. They headed out over Grand Traverse Bay towards South Fox Island. At 6:47, with no distress signal or mayday call, they vanished from radar.
I knew that his final moments must have been terror-filled. You know, I mean, just that terror to know he was going in the water. I mean, that would have been hard for me.
For days, Lieutenant Commander Don Dyer of the Coast Guard flew more than 2,000 miles a day over the search area.
We're all human, so it was pretty much driving us crazy that we couldn't figure out where these 2 guys had gone down or even what had happened to them.
Don's friend Bob Buttleman from NMC sent up planes to help in the search.
Normally, obviously, an airplane that hits the water going at any velocity at all is going to come apart.
But searchers spotted nothing.
The idea that somebody could just disappear off the face of the earth in this day and age without a trace.
But that's exactly what happened. Hope was renewed this past summer when a Navy mine hunter searched the area, but again found nothing.
I mean, all of us were sitting here saying, yes, they will find it this time. And we were disappointed.
If there is another search, Pat hopes they try farther north.
That plane under 1,000 feet wouldn't have been picked up by the radar, so they could be some distance from South Fox Island.
And while she waits for something to happen, she tries to move forward. About 8 months after Don disappeared, she found one of his notebooks with writing only on the first page, a poem called The 5 Seasons of Life. The final line reads, "Death, the season of wonder."
And when I found this in his own handwriting, I felt like he was telling me it was okay, that he was okay.
If the leaves could talk, maybe they'd tell John Block where his parents are. His mother, Jean,
Was a stay-at-home mom and stand-up mom and was there for us.
and his father, John.
We'd work on cars together, things like that. And I really enjoyed them. I miss them.
They disappeared 23 years ago. On July 4th, 1977, they climbed aboard this lime green and white Cessna 152 and took off from Macomb Airport, headed to the Mayo Luzerne area to visit John's brother. They were then going to fly to Traverse City to see John.
About dusk, I got a call from my brother saying, did Mom and Dad change their mind and show up in the Traverse City area? And I said, no, what's wrong? And of course, from then, we found out that the plane was overdue and missing.
A month-long search turned up nothing, but for John, the search goes on. As a son and as a detective, he won't give up. Every year, he passes out flyers in hopes of jogging someone's memory.
You know, after that many years, 23 years now, you can't expect people to remember
After 23 years gathering every nugget of information, Block believes his parents' plane went down in a swamp somewhere near Mayo or St. Helen in Roscommon County.
That area is quite desolate, a lot of swamp area, a lot of vacant land, and I don't know if we could, I've not been able to completely eliminate it.
As more time passes, the families have to hope the forest or the lake allow a clue to appear, a clue they can follow toward the closure they so badly want, so badly need, a closure that so far has not materialized.
Every year at deer hunting season, I'm kind of hoping that something will come up, someone will find something in the woods.
I don't think that even if they found him today, that would stop the grieving, but it would help. I think that would help. Yeah.
The investigations into both disappearances are currently inactive. That means there are no fresh leads to follow. The instant one comes up, investigators will start looking again.